3 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Texans. And it's...
And we are underway from Houston. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
First play, Mills looking to pass. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, Mills. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 4 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Corral from his own end zone here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Panthers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Corral gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. You got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Corral. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw again on second down. Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep your defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Mills now. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mills to the air again. Again, it's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mills. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at the 20. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Corral. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action, Corral. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
A big rush by the Texans, and they block it.
Well, if you're ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more. Huge play, big block. Now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they'll look to cash in following the block punt as they begin with a 1st down and goal. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he right. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and goal, Mills. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing here, Corral. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Corral going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Connecting here with Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips? Gain leverage.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they... And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Mills on first down. 20. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. Game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And Smith chooses not to return, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. For the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's the backup Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give him some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So here is Mills and the Texans. Down 13-10. A minute 51 on the clock. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got Landry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mills looking to throw it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Here's Mills. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Mills throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mills. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game.